welcome back to Disabled Investor Channel. It's Wednesday, February 18th, 2026. I'm Patrick, Disabled Investor on a $1 million mission, sharing my journey to grow my registered disability savings plan to $1 million and the mistakes that I make along the way so you can learn from them. Today was kind of a chill day. Decided on what to do about the nearly $15,000 that I had sitting in cash in my account. By consulting with AI. I use Gemini for the most part. I did some research to find out what the lowest volatility ETF I could put my money into that would pay me something for keeping it as close to cash as possible, so that if I discovered an opportunity over the course of the holding period, I can cash it in and not lose much. And it did that. It gave me some recommendations. I did some research and chose an ETF that will pay me something while my money sits there while I decide what to do with it. And as a lot of experts say, you should keep your powder dry, which means have cash ready. So I put about $10,000 into this particular ETF. Which will pay me 2.3% interest on a monthly basis. I know it's kind of crappy, but that is what you give up for not having a lot of volatility, the return. And the ETF in this instance is called CBIL. That's C as in the letter C, BIL, which is Canadian Treasury Bill, short-term Treasury Bill ETF. So I put $10,000 into that, and my intention is to keep that ready to go if I see something that just screams at me as a good opportunity. Otherwise, it just barely beats inflation. The amount there. I think it might be slightly under inflation now that I think of it, but at least it's paying me something, whereas the cash was just draining. It was losing its value. My portfolio finished the day quite a bit up. I am up $4,300 today to finish the day at $174,534, which is great. That is a gain today of 2.56%, which beat the performance of the TSX, S&P 500, and NASDAQ indexes. So that's good. I did some additional checking today to see if I could automate my stock purchases, ETF purchases. The answer was no. The National Bank doesn't currently offer a recurring purchase program, but it is possible to do through mutual funds. So if I found one that was, appropriate fee structure, I might do that. I'll have to decide at another time and do some research into what mutual funds might make sense. Generally speaking, I've stayed away from mutual funds because the fee structures are so much higher that it makes a big difference. I mean, where my ETFs that I generally invest in charge way under 1% management fee, many bank-produced mutual funds can charge up to 2%, which on the surface doesn't sound like a hell of a lot, but if you're talking about $100,000, which I am, that can be a drain of $2,000 a year on your investments for them managing a passive index, which just doesn't make any sense. So I got to do some research and see what ETFs are available to me through the bank that I might want to set up a pre-authorized checking purchase plan with, and see if it's even worth doing. Otherwise, I've had Gemini set up a reminder task to just remind me to buy shares of XEQT every month on the first when I deposit my money, and that's the best workaround I can come up with my RDSP at this time. So as I said, I made the one real big move today, which was putting $10,000 into that ETF CBIL. I am still waiting on the call that I sold for Google to come down to the price that I'm willing to buy it back at, which is $5. Hasn't happened yet. It may not. It may expire worthless, but we're coming close. It was down to 20 cents today, so I came close to purchasing it back, but I think I'll wait a little longer and get as close to the $200 as I can that I sold it for. As profit. I want to get as close to 90% as I can again, like the last time. That was pretty cool. The things that gave my portfolio that lift today included the leap that I have for Rocket Lab. It's a $20 call expiring in January 2027. That was up over $1,100 on its own today. The leaps that I have for Nvidia gained. I have a $160 call expiring in January 2027 and a $180 or $170 call expiring in January 2028. Both of those were up. My shares of XEQT, that's the all-in-one global diversified ETF. It's an iShares product. That was up. The leap that I have for Reddit is a $150 call expiring in January 2027. It gained some value. And shares of Google Alphabet were up. The things that kept my portfolio from growing more today were things like my shares of Quantum Emotion. Those were down today. My shares of D-Wave Quantum, or the leap I have for D-Wave Quantum, it's a $20 call expiring in January 2028. It gave up some value. And the shares I have of BITO, that's the last little bit I have that's exposed to Bitcoin. That's a Bitcoin Income Trust ETF. Bitcoin was down, so it follows that the BITO was down as well. And my leap for Apple, I have a $250 call expiring in January 2027. That gave up some value today as well. So it was unfortunate, but I'm not going to worry about it. It all works out. Up $4,300 in a day. I'd call that a pretty successful day. And, that one, well, it was two trades that I did to get the $10,000 into the CBIL ETF. I think that was done this morning. So I spent the rest of the day doing a little research and then played some Battlefield 6 and wound down that way. Worked out okay. There's a new season of Battlefield 6 that's just been released, so if you're a player, you may enjoy that. Containment map, Fog of War, I think it's called. It's pretty cool, but as a low vision player, it's very difficult for me to play. I'll show you what I mean, but anyways, it is what it is. Hope you had a good trading session. Hope you're growing your portfolios, and appreciate everybody who reaches out and comments. So if you have any questions or any thoughts, love to hear from you. Please let me know how it's going. And I will talk to you again tomorrow on Thursday. Thanks for watching. Take care.